Hi, welcome back to my channel. This month I've got another reading review, update, what books I've read this month, what books I am planning to read in the next month. I did one of these not so long ago and it proved quite successful and people were interested. There's a lot of communication to and fro, which is what I want from this channel really. It's like a little community and to feel like, yeah, I'm making networks, I guess. So if you didn't know, this year I aim to read at least one book a month. I wanted to do two but couldn't commit. Busy mum life, working mum life, it's just a bit hectic. But so far things have been really good and I've read I think 5 books so far this year. We've come to the end of March, so yeah, I wouldn't have made the 2 a month one, but I'm close. This month I have read 3 books and let me just get them. I've got 2 of them here and the other one I borrowed from the library on holiday. We've just got back from Gran Canaria, so I haven't got it because I gave it back, because that's what we do. But I do have these 2, so they're very different books and I will talk about the one I borrowed as well. First up I will talk about this because it's really popular and it says it's the most talked about thriller of the year, and that is The Couple Next Door by Shari Lapena. Looks like this. So it says on the back, you never know what's happening on the other side of the wall. Your neighbour told you that she didn't want your 6-month-old baby at the dinner party. Nothing personal, she just couldn't stand her crying. This book I read in a day. I had heard feedback like that once you got started with this book you wouldn't be able to put it down. It's also a super easy read. The chapters are really short, so it's easy to like work your way through rapidly. I don't know why, but it feels that way when the chapters are fast paced, that you can move through the book quicker. It is about a woman and she has a 6-month-old daughter. She lives with her husband and she goes to a party next door and leaves her baby at home. There are various reasons, as you will come to. She takes a baby monitor with her and things, and this is like letting the cat out of the bag. If you haven't read this book, I won't tell you how it ends, but I will tell you that the baby goes missing, and it is a story all about how they find the baby and if they find the baby, and the blame, it gets passed from person to person. So the mother herself, she has postnatal depression and they edge towards postpartum psychosis a couple of times in the book, although it's neither denied or diagnosed. So sometime, well, quite a lot through the book, you're led to believe that it could be her that is something to do with the disappearance. The father, he is on the edge. There is talks of him having an affair, there are business issues, he doesn't get on with his in-laws, and then you have also her parents. So the mum's parents, very rich, lots of money, but the father-in-law, it's actually her stepdad, he doesn't get on with her husband. So there's lots and lots of blame culture going on in this, and you edge from person to person believing that they did it. I won't tell you how it ends. It is how I believed it would end, but not at the same time. There's lots of twists. Really easy read. I really recommend you read this one. If you like this kind of thing, it's great. If you are affected by postnatal depression or psychosis, that kind of thing, or children going missing, I would avoid it. Just a bit of a trigger warning there. But otherwise, really loved it and would definitely recommend. Next up is something completely different, and this is one I've had from the library, and that is A Million Love Songs by Carol Matthews. It is a feel-good, full of emotion book that is super easy to read. It's a chick flick, basically, in a book format. It is about Ruby Brown. She is recently divorced, no children, gets a job, like a casual job, lives on her own, and it is her quest to find the perfect partner. She has a few bad eggs along the way and then meets the person that she wants, Joe. She has goings on with her boss Mason and goes to Paris, and you know, there's a couple of shockers in there. Loved it. It's kind of like a naughty chick flick. If this is your kind of thing, I recommend it. It looks quite a big book, but again, I managed to read it in a couple of days and I loved it. So I've never read actually any of Carol Matthews before, so I'm going to go and look her up and find some more because I just loved the style of writing that she had. I don't know when this was published. I don't know if it's a new one. I think it might be quite old. Let me have a look. Looking in the front, she's got loads of stories, so I'm going to have a look for some of them. This was published in 2018, so quite a relatively new book. So I'm going to have a look. I'll let you know if I find any more for the next month, but yeah, pick this one up. The next one is The Dark Path, and I had not really seen anything of this one before, but I picked it up. It was strange because I read this one first on holiday and then went to the hotel library and found that one, and in the front of it, it says, if you like this book, The Couple Next Door, then you will love this one. It's called The Dark Path, and I loved it. Really, really good. I won't go into too much detail on it, but yeah, if you like this kind of thing, then you'll absolutely love it. It's really, really good. What am I going to read this month? I mentioned these last time. Well, I mentioned this one, The Ice Twins by S.K. Tremaine, and I don't know what it is, but it's not making me pick it up. It is going to be my next read because I feel like if I don't read it now, I'm never going to read it. It's been up on my shelf for probably 4 or 5 months and I've not leant towards it. The Ice Twins, it does say it's a Sunday Times bestseller. It's a thriller, gripping, suspenseful. I don't know what it is, why I've not picked it up. I don't know if it's the cover, I don't know. Anyway, I'm going to aim to read this one. However, when I was in the works the other day, if you're not from the UK, it's a book craft kind of shop and you can get some real bargains in there. And they had this for £1, and that is The Fire Child, and that is by the same author. And it says on the back, it took only 6 words to shatter her dreams. When Rachel marries handsome David and moves to a beautiful house in Cornwall, she gains wealth, love and affectionate stepson Jamie, but Jamie's behaviour changes. So yeah, I would like to read this one too. I think I'm going to pick up this one first. They both got quite dark covers and that's what's putting me off. However, I've heard really good things and I've actually heard better things about this one than this one. But yeah, I've got to read at least one of these this month, I think. And the other one is completely different. So if you don't know, I am a blogger and this book has been talked about quite a lot in the blogging industry. It was written by Jill Sims and she's quite commonly well known, and it's called Why Mummy Swears, The Struggles of an Exasperated Mum. These type of book are super easy read. They're usually really funny. I'm getting the vibe of The Unmumsy Mum, which I love her books. So I've picked up this and I thought this would be a great one for in between the more, not difficult reads, but the more detailed reads. So yeah, looking forward to reading this too. So yeah, a mixture this month, but some good ones. I enjoyed all of the books I read. Yeah, but I will see you next month. Let me know what you're reading, what I should be adding to my to-read list. I am going to hit the library later today and see what I can find in there, although I have already got a couple I need to be reading. But yeah, I'll see you soon. Bye.